I ain't hear a motherfucking thing. I'm over here swearing that I'm getting my shit off. I'm so sorry. So sorry. Yo, Urban Therapy with Sun 752, and this your daily. It's the Daily Go Getter Mism Show. You think it ain't when it is? You think it won't when it is? We are here and we are in motion. We do this thing, thinking all fast lane, no coasting, and everything is gonna be all right. We talking about what could or would end you tonight. We're talking about what could end you. You know, you may have been through trials and tribulations, met people, encountered people that really tried to end you. But what does ending you mean? It might mean different things to different people. Like, I think that every one of us has something that we hold true. I mean, hold of really, really high value. For some people, it could be a material item that they think defines their whole existence. For some, it could be a house. For some, it could be the money. For some, it could be a car or jewelry. You know, the things that make people look at them in a certain type of way and maybe even respect and like them for that reason, or will listen to them for that reason. Money is one of those things that a lot of people use as a crutch or a tool to bring people in, to attract people, and to keep people humble. Everybody except for themselves, because people listen to people who have a lot of money. Hey, I don't know why it's designed that way, but I do understand that it works. And it works time and 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 time again. So no matter how little of intelligence you may have, if you got a bank account full of money, people are going to listen to what you say, and they're going to listen intently. Like, wait, so you say this flat earth thing is it's a real thing. Flat earth. We got any flat earthers? Are any of you go-getters flat earthers? I know one of y'all have to be. If we got Trump supporters, then I know we have some flat earthers. I know it. T. Carey, right, morning, noon, and night. It's always great to have my peoples going directly into your site. And Maria Señorita Ramirez. Maria Señorita Ramirez. Maria Señorita Ramirez. What's going on? And my man, Ed. My man, Ed from Detroit is all up in the house. What's good? What's good, my dude? What's good? So Ed, you're not a flat earther? That's good. Yo, I got flat earthers in my family. And I'm like, so you mean to tell me that we got the same bloodline? But all of these years of going to school, science classes and all of that, and you believe that there's a flat earth? Okay, nonetheless. What up, Tom? What's good? What's good, Tom? And my girl, Nicole Ellis, what's going on? How you been? Good to see me, some you. Haven't seen you around these parts just a little while. But every moment you're gone, it's like a long time, so it's always good to see you back. It's always good to see you back. So, yeah. Oh, you're very welcome, Maria. You're very welcome. And let me see. So I got you got flat earth. You got flat families in my earth. I got flat families in my earth. Okay. All right. I ain't mad at that. Okay. Nicole in the building. That's what I'm talking about. That's right. Announce yourself. Pronounce yourself. But yeah, my man Jeff Sprayberry was good. But yeah, when we talking about that thing that could end you, you know, it's a perception type of thing, because, you know, the ending in somebody else's, in one person's life might be definitely not that much of a big deal in another person's life. Like, have any of you ever lost all of your belongings in a fire? You know what I mean? If you've ever lost, come on, man, or a flood. You know what I mean? Because either one, you lose a lot of material possessions. And for some people, material possessions are all they have. But you may lose things in a fire or a flood that may not have been material possessions, but they may have been sentimental possessions, like pictures, heirlooms, and trinkets, and memoirs, and things like that really take you back to a certain place, or that may have been given to you by your ancestors, and they're irreplaceable. So, you know, when you lose your stuff in a fire, you know, for some people, they may consider that to end them, because maybe the things that they lost by way of their possessions were so valuable to them, regardless of how much they cost. they may figure like, you know, it could be anything. Let's say, and I don't want to take the show down too far too soon, but let's say your grandmother who you adored and who when you lost and when she lost her life, you felt like that was the end of you because she may have been your confidant. She may have been your rock, your strength. She may have been your inspiration for life. She may have been the one person in your life that always inspired you, always encouraged you, always promoted you, always loved you, always were in your corner. And when you lost her, you may have felt like you lost everything. Just an example. And maybe she wrote you some letters and you lost them in a fire. So along with the grief that you may be experiencing over losing your grandmother, you may have lost those last things. A recording on a old answering machine. Remember the answering machines, like the phone mate answering machines? You know, where you actually press the button. Back in the 90s, you would have had music playing in the background. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna be a freak all day and night until the dawn. Yo, this is Omar. We can bo all day and night. Yeah, leave your name. I'm not home right now. Leave your name and number. We around the world in the gangster league. So leave your name and number at the sound of the tone, and I'll definitely get back to you when I get it. Bo. It's all good for me. But yeah, somebody's voice may have been recorded on your machine, and now you don't have that anymore. And that may have been the last remaining voice that you had. You understand what I'm saying? So you may have felt like, yo, that ended me right there. That just, now I have nothing. Now I have nothing. Now I have nothing. Now I have nothing. So a fire, and even the house that may have burned, that may have been your claim to fame. You know, when you lose your claim to fame, you got to get a new claim. You got to get a new claim. So that's not an easy thing to get. It's not an easy thing to get. What up, Camden? What's good? What's good? Camden in the house. Jeff says, I had a 40-year-old Zippo lighter that was given to me by my dad, and it was the only thing that belonged to him that I had. My house was robbed and it was stolen. Shit like that. Shit like that. Now, it didn't end you, evidently. But at that time, you could have been feeling like, yo, I don't give a shit about that other stuff you took. You took something that was irreplaceable. You know what I mean? So you could have been feeling like that ended you at the time. Of course, we all have to keep going, but you know, in the moment, you're not always feeling that rationality. Joe. Let's see, Joe, what's that? Pasarchik? Well, Parjic and Enema. Okay, wait a minute. Okay. All right, it's all good, Joe. I'm not going to read your comment, but all right, thanks for the thanks for the info. Tori 2200, what's good, Ma? What's good? And Maria, you say it's raining over there in California? I thought it never rains in Southern California. But that's what they tell me. We know it's not, but you know, metaphorically speaking. Of course, there's pictures and voicemail. Once it's gone, you can't get it back. You can't. But when we're talking about what could end you if you lost it, now those things might be able to damage you. But depending on where you are emotionally and mentally at the time, just because it might not end me or other people, That doesn't mean it didn't end you at that time. I mean, you're still here. So I guess it didn't end you. But that doesn't mean that you may not have felt like it would have ended you at the time. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. And we're going to get deep into it. Because when we start talking about our perception, when we start talking about the things that we hold dear, our sense of self, you know what I mean? Some people, like they used to talk about in the mob movies, all I got is my man. I mean, all I got is my balls and my word. Or a man's reputation is all he has out here in the world. So, you know, he can't ruin that. Hey, and reputation means a lot of things to a lot of people. You look at this Epstein files things that's going on. Motherfuckers are not clamoring to keep those names silent or redacted or hidden for no reason. That shit is going to fuck up some. It's more. This is more than money. You know what I mean? When you are labeled as a sex offender, even if you haven't been convicted, you know, people looking at you all sideways. You know, your phone stops ringing as much. Those invites that you used to get, they're not happening as much. And you know why? You know why? Because some shit that you did, some foul shit that you did, you know, years ago, coming back to bite you in the ass, which is why it's necessary for us to really think about the things that we do before we do it. But that's often easier said than done, right? But that's a clear example, you know. And sometimes we think that things will end us that don't, or we think that things will end other people and they don't. And you may have heard people talk about, oh, this is going to end such and such. It's a wrap after this. It's a Dr. Umar E. Fatunde. Dr. Umar E. Fatunde. When it looked like he was going to lose his school back in August, a lot of people said that's the end of Dr. Umar. That's it. If he loses that school, or when he loses this school, or he's losing this school, now nobody is ever going to listen to anything that Dr. Umar has to say. And they were really plotting his downfall. I remember seeing a lot of videos of people coming down on Dr. Umar saying that it's over for you. You a fraud, you a phony, you a scammer. You a fraud, you a phony, you a scammer. You a fraud, you a scammer. You a fraud, you a phony, you a fraud, you a phony, you a scammer. You a fraud, you a phony, you a scam. You a fraud, you a phony, scam. You a fraud, you a phony, scam. You a fraud, you a phony, you a scammer. You a fraud, you a phony, you a scammer. You a fraud, you a phony, you a scammer. Yo, God damn you. But he didn't lose the school. He didn't lose the school. Would it have ended him? Would it have ended him if he lost the school? Because they were saying that now you got to find a way to give back the money to all of those donors. But he didn't lose the school. And I didn't see one video of saying Dr. Umar must have been telling the truth. He weathered the storm. He's not losing the school. He's still talking about, making the final renovations and opening the school soon. I didn't see one video saying that. They were looking to end Dr. Umar. Now, regardless of how you feel about Dr. Umar, because you might feel like he's a scammer, and you wouldn't be wrong to think that. You know, when you collecting a lot of money and you're supposed to have a project that should be completed and it's not completed, and you know that you've donated, or you know people who have donated, or you know that people have donated, and you're like looking like, yo, well, this is taking an awful long time. There's a good chance that he might be in over his head. But nonetheless, they tried to end him. They were plotting his downfall, and he ain't the only one. You know, maybe if he was a bigger celebrity, that may have ended him. But look at some of the other celebrities that either the legal system or the court of public opinion has tried to ruin or end. But what does ending mean? What does it mean? Oh, Maria Dr. Umar is he's a black man. He's a black activist and a psychologist. He's a psychologist and he advocates for young black boys to not have to register to be ADHD. He believes that with more family and community involvement, a lot of these students would not be labeled as ADHD and have to take this Ritalin and all these drugs and all. I mean, he's a pro-black. He's a very, very, very strictly pro-black activist. And you can his name is Dr. Umar Johnson, UMAR. So you can look him up. You can Google. He's very Googleable. Very Googleable. I like the man. I think he's all right. Does he have flaws? Yes. Many. Okay. Jeff Sprague says congressmen, senators, actors, and maybe professional athletes. Yes. They going down. They're going down. Niggas is shitting bricks. Yo, when Thomas Massey read those, was it Massey? Yeah. Massey wrote, read the redacted names. He read the redacted names. Trump was like, see, told you I wasn't on that shit. Motherfucker, you just not on those. There were so many redactions. Yo, you still got millions of files left. Like, yo, you passed this round, but you all on the videos. You know what I mean? So, hey, look, nothing can save you. You catching the vapors, baby. But yeah. So will it end them though? Career-wise, it may. I know the boy Harold Lutnick. Lutnick. Harold Nutlick. Harold Nutlick, he's all up after Epstein was convicted. He fucking with Epstein. He said, I ain't had no dealings with him after 2005. Here you are, 2011, 2012, nigga. Oh. Will it end him? Who knows? Tom said they know who he is. They're trolling you. No, not everybody knows who he is. I'll give people the benefit of the doubt in that regard. Not everybody knows who he is. So yeah, all right. So this is what I'm gonna do, y'all. I'm gonna put these drums away and let's go ahead and have this talk. All right. Let's have this conversation. I'm not a content creator. I'm a conversation creator. And we about to create a conversation right now. So, have any of you ever felt like something in your life that you could lose or that you did lose would or could end you? Have you ever been through a situation where you have felt like something ended you? Are you ended right now? Because just because you walk in the streets, still trying to hold on, still trying to maintain, still trying to do your best, it doesn't mean that inside you don't feel like I've lost everything. I'm alive, but that's all. I'm not living, but I'm alive. And what could it be? Could it be you lost your reputation? Did you lose love? Some people feel like it'll end them if they lose their job or if they or if their marriage fails, quote unquote fails. You know how many people have stayed in a bad relationship or bad marriage because they didn't want their friends feeling like they didn't win? Oh, I'm sorry, feeling like you didn't win or that you weren't winning? People do it. We get caught up. And when I say we, I mean y'all, because I'm like, look, if I'm still here and I still can walk on these two legs and these two arms are working and I still got half a brain, then shit, I'm going to make something. I'm going to make something work. But I have to also consider, what if I lost my legs? What if I lost my arms? And what if I only had half a brain, or reduce my brain to a quarter? What if? Real shit. What if? Would I be able to feel like my life was still whole if I only had half? If I was a paraplegic, quadriplegic, I mean, God forbid. But would that end me? Would that essentially put me on life support? Maybe not physically on life support, but maybe emotionally, spiritually on life support. Like, I never considered suicide before, but I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind dying better than this. I would choose death over living this way. I can't stop this. I mean, I can't take this living all alone. Hold on, y'all. I gotta get this table together. Hold on. I'm seeing something real weird. Uncle Ricky, can you tell us a bedtime story, please? I don't like it that way. I don't feel like that did what I needed it to do. Okay. That's much. When I say much better, baby. Much better, baby. Much better, baby. Okay, yeah, we living. But yeah, you see, Tom says yes. When you know it's over. But is it the end? Because it can be over. Like, listen, football season just ended. When the Eagles lost the first round of the playoffs, I was like, damn, man, the season ended. But they didn't end. I didn't end. I don't play for the team. They don't cut me a check. I cut them a check. Goddamn season tickets. But look, 30 other teams didn't make it to the Super Bowl, but it shouldn't have ended them. And the Patriots lost. Did it end them? I mean, they had a hell of an accomplishment just making it. I didn't think they would ever make it again after the Tom Brady era. Shit, they did the damn thing. Even though I think they kind of made it by luck. But hey, who am I to say? They made it happen for themselves. Jeff says, you are speaking facts, Tom. When it's over, it's over, you know. But like the great Lenny Kravitz said, so many years I've tried, all this pain inside. Baby, it ain't over till it's over. And it ain't. But in the meantime, in between time, you might feel like it is. It is over. It's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? You can bubble wrap that, Saran wrap that, Reynolds wrap that, the aluminum wrap that. But what could it be? What could end you? Would other people agree that it would end them? Or is it just a perspective thing? Is it just one of those things where you feel the way you feel? Because that happens. Carla, my girl Carla is all up in the house. What's going on, Ma? What's going on? Jeff says at least your team is capable of making the playoffs. The Falcons can't even do that. They'll win again. The Falcons always pull a rabbit out of the hat like every 4 or 5 years. Yeah, I know. I don't know. That don't make you feel great, but you know what I'm saying. I mean, Atlanta teams don't win a whole lot of championships, but that's like Philadelphia. Neither do we. We get the championships. We don't be winning them shits a lot. You know, the Eagles just won Super Bowl for the first time in 2017. So I get it. Well, it was 2018. February 4th to be exact. I'll never forget it. My brother Crash, what's good? How you feeling? How you feeling? Thank you, Carla. You always compliment me on my hoodies. And yo, I had to break out these pants. Yeah, you know what I mean? Look, I had to lose a couple of pounds in order. Yes, sir, these jaws was tight. They was tight. They was super tight. I slid right into these shits today. I was like, oh shit. Yeah, shit. Nigga dropping down. You got me feeling good. Yeah, I'm still a little pudgy. Yeah, I still gotta work on that midsection, but we working. Marvina Bigby, how you feeling? Lime says, can you sea walk? No, and I never would. But I'm from Philly. We don't have C's. We don't have B's. There are a couple of them, but we don't have neighborhoods that do that. And it would never work here. It would never work here. The YNs in Philly, they too hard-headed and unorganized to ever. You said you B-walk. There's no such thing as no B-walk. Yo, you gotta chill, dog. You gotta chill. Thank you, Maria. And Lime was good. What up, Lime Bucket? But yeah, man, you know, think about what could end you. People have paid people to not end them in the case of blackmail, extortion. Like, yo, I'ma end your shit. Look at Martin Luther King, Dr. Martin Luther King, and Malcolm X back in the day. J. Edgar Hoover kept threatening Martin Luther King to tell on him. He was going to tell all his followers and his wife, you know what I mean, that not only is he cheating, but he got a thing for white women. He like to do the nasty to white women. All that power and that search for freedom. Got him a little horny. But anyway, MLK was never scared. He was never scared. He was like, all right, go ahead and tell him. Hoover was like, I'm telling you, man, I'm going to tell him, and that's going to end you. He was like, tell him I smoke cigarettes too. You know, Christians ain't supposed to smoke no cigarettes. You know what I mean? He was Dr. Martin Luther King. He wasn't Mr. Martin Luther King. Oh, man. Victor said, bro, think he on NBC. Doing what on NBC? Like, what would I be doing on NBC? Like, just let me know. Let me know. And thank you for just needing something to say. Just needing to say something. Like, I could have stayed in the background and stayed silent, but I want to be known too. Hopefully the people in the comments will think I'm funny and we'll all tease the guy that's on camera as if he's not the reason that we're here. You dumb motherfucker. And we got a hollow man in the house. He's a hollow man. We can hear him, but we can't see him. Yo, y'all see this? Y'all see Hollow Man? Yo, how'd that cup move? Hollow Man. Hollow. Hollow Man. He's a nobody guy. All right. It says it's about getting sturdy. It ain't about repping your set anymore. You know, man, I'm 55 years old. I don't even know what you're talking about. I ain't doing that shit. Nicole Jones, what's good? He says, somebody help me find my drawers. Is that really Nicole Jones? Is that really you? Carla says, son, do you believe MLK had a thing for snow bunnies? I know he did. He did. I mean, you know what I mean? He was a handsome guy. He was an outspoken guy. He had a thing for light skins, but lighter than light. I mean, look at Coretta. Coretta was beautiful, but her features, what did she look more like? Tamika or Tina? Hey, look, man. Look, the man was out here doing good work. He was definitely doing the Lord's work. It's just every now and then he had to get blessed. Oh, Susan. Thanks for helping me in this fight, in this struggle. Oh, Susan. Oh, Susan. Susan. Oh, Susan. Man, rest in peace to the Dr. MLK. Lime says MLK was the OG, but FBI really sniped his ass. No. Shit. He says, shit, if I could afford the snow bunnies, you already know how I be moving, man. No, I don't know how you be moving. I don't know you. I don't know you, my dude. What is you talking about? Tom says, nothing wrong with having a thing for snow bunnies. That wasn't the problem. I'll end it there. To each his own. To each his own. You know what I'm saying? To each his own. I'm not here to get into that. But his affairs, being a respected married man, clergy, and a leader of a black man's free movement. Yeah, they thought that they could end him by telling on him. Well, he weathered that storm. Derrick Henry said, say, Gramps, you too old for this live. All right, then get the fuck off my live, young boy. You know what I'm saying? Get the fuck off my live. Listen, let me get this motherfucker out of here. You know what I'm saying? Look, and get this broom and get this Get your young punk ass the fuck out of this old ass live. You little bitch ass nigga. Let me sweep your stupid ass the fuck out of here. Stupid ass nigga come through talking shit. Fuck out of here. Somebody get me a dustpan so I can scoop up this dickhead. The fuck out of my life. I need no stupid ass young boys in my life. Hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, this is the day. Hold on, let me take a fucking seat. I've been standing up for over 40 minutes. Hey, you know, maybe if I sit down, you know, we can stomp out, get some of these assholes out of here. Get some of these assholes. Please hit the like button. I'd appreciate it. Just give me a little like and we be good. We're going to be good anyway, but I appreciate it if you represent a little bit and hit off the like button. What's up? Stephanie Zuccato. What up? And what's that? Adrian. Adrian Los. Pacific Northwest was good. Tom says MLK tactics cool now. It wasn't conducive back then. Bad timing. It ain't like I said I was gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone. I don't need it. I don't need it. I'm gonna leave it alone. I don't need it. Y'all good? We good? We all right? We all right? All right. Jim Borghini says, I love talking about history. Why don't you start by interpreting why in 1975 America pulled its troops out of Vietnam? Well, they wasn't going to win. They wasn't winning. They got into the war on some bullshit. You know, the NVC, North Viet Cong, they were strong as shit. And the thing is, the North Viet Cong were no different than the South Viet Cong. How did you know the difference? So you have the American soldiers over there supposedly fighting with the South Viet Cong against the North Viet Cong, but they're family members. You know, they aunts, uncles, cousins, friends. And so the only enemy over there that was being fought was the Americans. You know, I mean, what's his name? Nixon was like, look, we got to get on up out of here. We got to get on up out of here because we losing mass. It was a very unpopular war. It was the first war that American soldiers got booed, spit on, called baby killer because it was the first war ever televised. You didn't see what was happening on battlegrounds in Korea or World War II or World War I. Vietnam changed everybody's perception of what war is. It brought it right to your TV screens and people were appalled. They were horrified, like, like, you know, in war, what do you think you do? You kill. But they're killing civilians. Yeah, it kind of happens on every war. So that's a war crime. Did you even know what a war crime was before that? But hey, but it didn't end Nixon. That's not what ended him. Y'all know what ended him. You know, the robbery of the DNC convention at Watergate, the Watergate Hotel. That actually ended him. What do I think about Jewish influence on historical and ongoing world events? Whew, man, y'all going there tonight, huh? I'll say this. I have a baby sister, a half sister that's Jewish. So I have a little intimate knowledge, close up and personal about how the Jewish community gets down. I'm not impressed. I'm not here to badmouth any religion or ethnic group because they consider themselves to be a culture or an ethnicity more than a Hold on. We got a caller, y'all. Caller with the last number is 5905. Welcome to the Daily Go Getimism Show. What's on your mind tonight? You got to turn down your device. I can hear myself.
I'm touching my sister.
Oh, you're touching your sister? Oh, okay. You're a troll. Okay. Listen, if you're going to troll tonight, you got to be good. I'm going to give you 30 seconds. You better make the best of it because after that, it's a wrap for you. So what do you have to say? I said turn down your fucking device.
Oh.
All the way down. I don't want to hear nothing.
I'm jerking off to my sister.
Okay, you're jerking off to your sister? Okay, what's your sister?
Myself.
What's your sister's name?
Yeah.
You fucking liar. Why are you lying? Why are you lying? You jerking off to somebody else's brother. I can tell. I can tell. That's why you
I
called
can't.
me. You called me.
Okay.
You jerking off to me. That's why this motherfucker is jerking off to me. This is disgusting. And he
I'm
called,
jerking off
and
to
now I'm implicated. I had to tell him to turn down his device because he's over there choking his chicken to me. To me.
I'm jerking
Why
off
you
to you.
choking your chicken to me? You know what? You're a disgrace. You,
Jerking
sir,
off to you.
you, sir, are a disgrace. Your family, what they say? What they say in Minister Society? I feel bad. I feel bad for your mother. All right, dude, you're done. Holla. Sorry for the interruption, y'all. It happens. They see a phone number, they start salivating. His dick probably got hard because he saw a phone number like. Yes, so I can call. I can call the number. Y'all nasty ass niggas. Oh God. Now everybody wants to play. Caller with the last number is 1162. Welcome to the Daily Go Getimism Show. What's on your mind tonight?
I was just addressing the poll.
You addressing the poll? All right.
Yeah.
Let's go. How you been?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, that's what's up. Come on, let's go.
It all depends on the severity level. And I do believe you have me on speakerphone because I can hear myself.
Yeah, but the only way you'll hear yourself is if you have me on speakerphone also. If you switch to your handset, you won't hear an echo. I have to have you on speakerphone so everybody else can hear you.
Oh, okay, makes sense. I don't hear myself anymore. But yeah, I was just addressing on it all depends on the severity level, if you can come back from it or not. Say like what you mentioned about it, your team losing. You're just living vicariously through whatever team that you support, so it doesn't really affect you. They lose the Super Bowl or whatever the case may be. I mean, like I said, it doesn't really affect you that much. You just move on like quickly. You might feel like,
but wait a minute. What if you're a gambler and you put a lot of money on the game? You know, a lot of people. You know, sports gambling is extremely popular, especially with football. So you could lose your house, which could in turn make you lose your wife and your family over a bet. It could end you. It could end you. It could end you.
Oh, that's true. No, I didn't think about the domino effect. And
you got to think about these things, my man. You got to think about these things. What else?
But like I was talking about like reputation.
Okay.
I mean, it all depends on who's orchestrating the narrative to target you.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a one or two nobodies, that's one thing. But if it's like a massive group of people, then yeah, I mean that can ruin you for the rest of your life.
Why would it ruin you for the rest of your life though? And there's wait. Let me ask you this: do you think that there's a difference between ending you and ruining you? Is it the same thing, or is it the exact same thing? Is the question I should ask to you?
I mean, ruining, you can come from that, but ending you, no. So I guess it's two different things.
Okay, so what do you think? What do you think ending someone is, or what would you consider? Like, if somebody could end you, do you think that somebody could end you, or do you think that some event could end you?
Yeah, absolutely. Someone can orchestrate a plan to, tarnish your character, but that's only successful depending on how many people jump on the bandwagon.
But wait a minute. Why do you say that that would end you? Why would that end you?
Because the masses dictate social norms. It doesn't matter if it's morally right or wrong. It's just what it is. If the majority of people view you as a pariah or is on a clandestine operation to like tarnish your reputation, then it will eventually be effective. There has been anomalies where a person doubled downs and then eventually win back his approval, like him or her, like win back their approval with society. But I mean, if it's such like large numbers and they're all in unison, then yeah, it can definitely end you. So like tarnishing your reputation, just like how you brought the domino effect with